Now there's the progress with the model railway. You can see the old model railway, but not part of the model railway track. And you'll see a warship going around pulling intercity coaches. And you will see a Patriot class, a Frank Ree, going around on his own. And you come round and you will see a Merchant Navy class going round, Royal Mail in malachite green. Obviously we haven't done any scenery yet. We think we got the track pretty much how we want it. It's just a case of we're going to run it as it is and just tweak it a bit. We originally wanted to be a bit different with the station and paint the platforms a sand colour, but we're not really sure that that works. And what we've done is we've made it so you can have about 5 carriages in the station, and you've really got one main line which you can see with the warship pulling the 5 Network Southeast coaches, which it wouldn't have pulled obviously. And we've got a blue Pullman which we're going to put on this outer stretch here. And what we have done is we've made sure that we're running a lot of it as much as we can with radius 4. The bends here on this circuit where you can see Royal Mail going round are radius 3s. Where you can see the intercity carriages going round, that is better than radius 4 with all these points. And where you've got it going by into the last platform, that's radius 4. What we've done is we've put small pieces of track where we can in between the points so that any large locomotives can go round it. If you see here where the crossover is, where there's no track at the moment, we've run out, they were a lot closer, but we've moved them back. So we've actually tried to give space. But we learnt a lot when we did the fiddle yard. And you can see here where the points go, you can move everything out. Now because we're using insel frog points, we could go digital with any of these trains on their own and switch it over, because it's not going to affect the rest of it like we normally do, just on a larger scale. But yeah, we're using locomotives and we're going to run this for about 3 or 4 weeks with different trains just to make sure that the track works. But you can see so far there's no problem at all, and we've tried to make it a little bit interesting with the way it goes round. But you see now that the warship is coming up to a long straight. So it can thunder around there, it can thunder around that bend it's coming around. And it can thunder up this straight until this point where it has to slow for the station. And obviously what it can do is, when it gets to the end, it can reverse the coaches back into the station. What it could do, if there wasn't a train running round Royal Mail, it could go straight on, as you can see, and go round and come out the other side. But yeah, we've got some more points coming. But yeah, we've made it so that it's easy access to the station, and we wanted a big station with a lot of coaches. I mean, obviously it's nowhere near finished, but the track, we're pretty much sure where we're at. We've just got to sort out the fiddle yard, my fiddle yard here where it's empty, and we're going to have some houses and a field in a World War I. It's going to be World War I, just about where you can see the stations and the pillboxes. That's going to be a World War I scene there. and the road's going to come across, and we're going to have like a small housing estate with a fuel station. So it's going to be all different things really. But you know, for those that want to build Horsted Keynes, this isn't for them. But we're doing it as an experience of our lives, and we're paying for it, so we'll decide what we do. Simple as that. But yeah, no, the idea is now also the station area is going to be electrified and run separately as well. So we'll be able to shunt out the yard and move things around with jiggling, so you can shunt things around the station area. Obviously, while you're doing that, you can't run Royal Mail. The wallship would have to go straight across the points where it's coming to now. Instead of hanging a left, it would have to turn right, go around where Royal Mail is. I'll come out the other end and catch the points at the top. But there will be a facility where we can shunt the trains around the siding there. And what will happen is I'll have an isolator switch at the top, so we can use the full area, and obviously if we're using digital then it won't matter. So we're going to have the best of both worlds here. But you can see what we've done so far is running pretty reliably, and it isn't even when it's down with cork. But you may or may not notice a difference in sound, especially the wallship with the coaches. When it hits the ballast, you can hear it sounds like a real train. You can hear it sounds like a real train, the coaches. But when it gets to the board, there's nothing. It just sounds like, well, it doesn't sound like anything going round. So I think really you do need the cork and the ballast. That I have no doubt, if you want an authentic sound. And here's a view of the layout from the other side of the room, which I just can't quite get.